We will have Tyler Butler coming up on the show at about 9:30 my time, which is 10:30 Eastern. He had a great post on Facebook. Also, we'll talk some Cowboys, but let's get back to this power rankings list. You got the Raiders at number 7, 2-1. They were at number 5 last week. They dropped partly because of that loss that they had. That recent loss that they had against the Redskins, 27-10. That was a tough one right there. That you should not lose a game like that. You got the Detroit Lions at 8. They're 2-1. Surprised to see the Lions there. Quite honestly, they were at number 12. They moved up 4 spots. Dallas Cowboys Nation in the building at number 9. They're 2-1. I think with that win last night, they actually went down a spot. I don't know how when you win you go down a spot. I don't get that. But I think that they're going to continue to rise up this power rankings list as the season goes along. So everybody be on the lookout for these Cowboys. I know how much the majority of the people in this chat room love the Cowboys, so I know you guys are going to be excited about that. You go down on the next on the list, Tennessee Titans at 10. That's an interesting one right there. They were at number 14. They moved up 4 spots. Marcus Mariota, I think a lot of things are going to be riding on his back and what he does. They're at number 10. Vikings at number 11. Shout out to Sports Governor of Minnesota, Vince Wright. Chief says, man, F those Cowgirls. I can't wait to play y'all again. Can't wait to get to that next game. Let's see, at number 12, we got Seattle. They were at 9. They moved down. And I understand why. They're 1-2. And they lost a game that you just can't lose. I don't think that's a game that you can lose. Got Philly at number 13. They're 2-1. A huge win with a 61-yard field goal by the rookie, Nathan Elliott. Shout out to him. 334 Bama Boy says, Chief, y'all could have drafted Derrick Henry last year, but y'all passed on him. Shout out to DJ Nunu in the chat room. Appreciate you. And Chief says, I know that pissed me off. Yeah, I mean, y'all have had some opportunities to get some guys. Again, like I said, it's not as if it is over with this whole AP coming to the Giants. It's not over with. Because things are not working out. If things continue to not work out, why do the Saints need AP? You got Mark Ingram. You just drafted a guy in Alvin Kamara. So why do you need to do that? All right. Also, as we continue to go down the list, you go to the Redskins at number 14. They're 2-1. They moved up from 17 to 14. Shout out to them. Even though I dislike the Redskins. Buffalo at number 15 at 2-1. Tyrod Taylor. I think that defense has got to be playing pretty well. Probably the most surprising team on this list. The most surprising team on this list is the LA Rams at 2-1. They are surprising me right now. They are truly surprising me right now. Jared Goff averaging the league best 10.1 yards per attempt. They got some tough games coming up against the Cowboys, the Seahawks, and the Jaguars. Got the Houston Texans at number 17. They were at 20. They actually moved up to 1-2. Baltimore Ravens 2-1. They're at number 18. They were at 10 and they went down. I think part of that has got to be that loss. 44-7 to the Jaguars. Yeah, that you cannot lose that game and expect your ranking to go down further. Shout out to DJ Queen. Also Rough Buff in the building. Appreciate you guys for coming on. Ruff says, happy TDSS3 weekend. Yes. I know it's going to be fun. I'm not going to be able to make it. I hate that I'm not going to be able to be there. Just moved this weekend, so kind of got a lot of things going on. Jacksonville Jaguars at 20. They're 2-1. This was the make or break it year, though, for Blake Bortles. This was it. Either you had to show up this year or it was over. That was it. And he looks like he's showing up. They're 2-1. They were at 25 on the rankings list. They moved up to 20. I'm interested to see what they do throughout the rest of the season. The Cardinals are number 21. They're 1-2. They had a loss against the Cowboys last night. They're looking old. Their offensive line is completely garbage.
Come on, son. Come on.
Not good at all. Giving up sacks left and right. Big O says, I'm going to eat your share. Ben, he talking about that TDS this weekend. But yeah, the Cardinals line is bad. And we will talk about that in a couple minutes with Tyler Butler. Enough with the BS podcast. Also part of the X Squad. Carolina Panthers are number 22. They're 2-1. Cam Newton throwing 16 touchdowns, 16 interceptions, and completing 54 of his passes in his past 16 games. I think the Panthers are going to continue to rise, though. I think they're definitely going to continue to rise and do better this year. Really excited to see what McCaffrey's going to do, and interested to see how far that they're going to go. How good of a team can they possibly be? Also, you go down the list to the next team, the Bears, the Chicago Bears, 1-2. It says in here that we're going to see Mitchell Trubisky sooner or later. I agree. I think it is going to happen. I'm shocked that they beat the Bears. I'm shocked that they beat the Steelers 23-17. They play at the Packers on Thursday. That's going to be a huge test for them. I don't know what to say about these Bears. I don't know if they're on the up and up. It sounds like they're on the down and down. They're 1-2 at 24. We got the Saints. They're 1-2. A lot of their issues are what is their identity? You know, they just beat the Panthers. They're going to play the Dolphins next. But what is their identity? They don't really have a good defense. They've seemed to have never had a good defense, except that year they won the Super Bowl. And they were more an opportunity type defense than anything. Big L says, why do Rough Buck look like he got a straitjacket? up looking crazy. I looked at the picture, but I didn't really see. I can't really tell what it looked like he got on. But further along down the list, the Cincinnati Bengals 0-3 at 25. The Miami Dolphins 1-1 at 26. They were at 18. They dropped. They were coming off a loss against the Jets. That's very, very difficult. That's difficult to take a loss against the Jets like that. That's hard to do. The Chargers 0-3 at 27. The Giants 0-3 at 28. 49ers 0-3 at 29. Indianapolis Colts 1-2. They're at number 30. Jets at number 31, 1-2. A lot of their reason is their quarterback for sure on that one. And we got our first guest up on the line, Mr. Tyler Butler of the Enough with the BS podcast, also an X Squad affiliate now. Great to get you on the show. What's going on?
Hey, what's going on, man? Thank you for having me.
Yeah, definitely. Appreciate it. It was short notice, and he was like, what time? And I'm there, so I appreciate that. So,
yeah, anytime.
Definitely. Let's talk about these Cowboys first, coming off a win. Before we get into the game, the taking the knee as a whole team before the national anthem. And I know I love the post that you put out because it was true. And for me, I will say I did appreciate the unity of NFL, but it is starting to move away from what the original meaning was. But I wanted you to share what you thought about that before the national anthem.
Yeah, absolutely. And I agree with you. I like the fact that NFL was trying to show some type of unity after, what our president said to the players. But I just think at this particular point, we are forgetting the main reason why Colin Kaepernick decided to sit in the first place. Like, the narrative has completely changed. It went from social injustice, police brutality, now to just straight disrespecting the flag. And what was going on Sunday wasn't even about that. It was more of a, you disrespected me, so here's what I think about you. So it just, the story completely changed, and it was just making me a little uncomfortable from that standpoint. I mean, of course, Jerry Jones, he's made plenty of statements saying, it's America's team. So I didn't expect anything less from the Dallas Cowboys. I did think it was, a classy move from them because they try not to offend anyone, but still show solidarity at the same time. But like I said on my post, we're completely forgetting about the main reason why Colin Kaepernick decided to take a seat on the bench.
Right. And I appreciate what you put in there was a part of what you said is that he sat down first. And then someone from the military said you should kneel in respect, which people forget that. And I'm going to be honest, I think I read that a couple of weeks ago, but I mean, last year when he did it, I didn't even know that. So I think we just need to be educated on what this is all about. But to your point, I think also this was a more so Trump, you disrespected the game, and now we're going to stand up and lock arms and be in unity against you, not necessarily against what Kaepernick was doing.
Yeah, and I think also, like, I don't know, we dive in pretty deep on the podcast, maybe too deep, and maybe I'm overthinking it. But when it boils down to it, I don't even know if it was a unified message from the players and the owners. It was more of a, oh, he's trying to get in our pockets. Now I'm really upset.
Yeah.
So let me show you now, because when he stated some of the players, were upset with the SOB comments.